Find a map of the Grand Staircase. Okay, what are the options here?
Oladu Nane.
By the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down. Yea, we wept, when we remembered Zion. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it even to the foundation. O daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed, happy shall he be, that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be, that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. Do you know what it means?
You don't want to leave Zion. You'd rather kill every last one of the white legs.
Given those two choices, yes. In the best of all possible worlds, they would just leave us in peace. But they won't. I don't enjoy killing, but when done righteously, it's just a chore, like any other. Practiced hands make for short work, and the good Lord knows there's much to be done here.
Look at no argument for me. Those white legs are you. This conversation just got pretty dark. What was it? What was about Happy dashing the little ones?
Happy are those who do the work of the Lord. Zion belongs to God and the people of God. It is a natural temple and monument to his glory. When our Lord entered the temple and found it polluted by money changers and beasts, did he ask them to leave? Did he cry? Did he simply walk away? No. He drove them out. It is one thing to forgive a slap across my cheek, but an insult to the Lord requires... No. It demands correction.
I don't know if you figured it out yet, but I don't believe... I don't believe what you believe.
Then as a Gentile, you should find this to be even more beneficial. If the sorrows stay in Zion, you will always have a link to New Canaan. If the sorrows leave Zion, so too do the New Canaanites. What's more, you'll have more white legs coming farther south. You may not be concerned over matters of faith, but this is a case where faith and practicality coincide. No one wants the white legs here. We just need to convince Daniel that it's our responsibility to ensure that doesn't happen.
Hold on, just realized.
Katubiu. I do. A fine husband and 3 children. I miss them each day, but I take comfort in knowing they are safe.
Where are they?
When we learned that Salt Upon Wounds had defiled Zion with his presence, Daniel ordered the children, the old, and the sick evacuated from the camp. My husband volunteered to lead the hunters that went with them for protection. I try not to worry about them, but we have had no news for so long, and Daniel seems sad when I ask him about it. Sad and a little frightened.
Talk to him. He'll open up more.
Perhaps he will. I sometimes feel he thinks he must protect me. If he has news, I would know of it. Daniel is a wise man and a great friend to the Sorrows. He taught me to speak the language of New Canaan, the English from the holy books.
English.
Yes, The language of the New Canaanites is the Holy Tongue, for it is the language their sacred books are written in. The Father in the caves brought it to them after the judgment. But the ancestors of the Sorrows sinned against him. They were denied the true tongue.
Have you known him long?
6 years. He attended the birth of my third child. It was a hard birth. The river nearly carried my water to the Father, and my child's with it. Daniel knew the ways of New Canaan's medicine. He stepped in and saved both of our lives. After the birth, I asked Daniel if he would teach me what he knew of childbirth. He agreed, and so here I am.
Teach me of the ways of the childbirth.
What? Then I will look forward to our next speaking. I am always a little sad to leave the Narrows, and happy to return. We should not be here. This place, it belongs to the Father in the caves. We must not profane it with our touch.
What are you talking about?
Father in the caves. The Holy Father, who gave the Sorrows his succor and gave the New Canaanites his son. Many of the caves around the valley are sacred to him, and those who would trespass are punished by holy wrath.
This is a man who lived a long time.
Do not mock that which you do not know. Such talk can only anger the Father. We pass like moonlight on still water.
It's just a gore plant.
I'll fight you if I must. For the Sorrows!
Dumbass fucking trigger. Egg timer.
If something of mine will help you, take it. I hope you would do the same for me.
There you go. You got some better armor.
It is good to travel with another. I spend so long scouting on my own that I forget what human company is. Like.
You could gerrymander a fucking anti-material rifle. That's funny.
I'll fight you if I must. Yeah! Yield! Messy business. I am glad it's over.
The White Bird's Cave.
I'm glad to see you're still with us. How can I help you?
Tell me about Waking Cloud's family.
What do you want to know exactly? I'm sure she could tell you much better than I.
One of her births was difficult and you helped her through it.
Oh, well, that's true. Waking Cloud is a talented midwife. She certainly brought more children into the world than I have. But there are some problems she's never dealt with. One of them came up when she was having her third child, and I really didn't do much. I'm surprised she mentioned it. Grand Staircase is farther east, deeper into the Colorado Plateau. The Whitelegs were able to reach us here, but it's only because Zion is close to the Long 15. They can't pursue us east of here. It's too wild. Throughout our history, we have called many places Zion. This valley is full of God's beauty, but it's just a place. Zion is more than this. We cannot use any and all means available just to protect stone and water and a piece of sky. We have to hold on to our faith. Far more enduring. If we sacrifice grace for a piece of land, we may live in this valley, but we will no longer dwell in Zion. It's better for us to leave now.
Why are you so eager?
It goes, if you want peace, get ready for war. You've got me figured half right. I'll shoot dead any white leg that tries to creep into this camp. But it's only to protect the Sorrows. The Lord helps those who help themselves. But the Sorrows don't know how. Joshua and I do. Since I got them into this mess, I need to get them out.
You're right to leave, but I don't think you should kill any of the white legs. What?
You're free to hold that opinion. But you're not responsible for these people. If I have to kill to prevent their blood from being spilled, so be it. Try walking alongside a tribal child, a refugee, and holding her hand for 3 days because her parents were killed by NCR prospectors. After the prospectors have stalked the remainder of the tribe, they fire off a few shots to scare them, and the tribe bunches together for safety. A grenade comes rolling in and kills another 6 people. The only reason you survive is because someone else's body absorbed the shrapnel. You're left sprawled out on the ground with ringing in your ears and a little girl's hand in your hand because that's all that's left of her. After you've done that, if you can look me in the eye and tell me it's better to stand aside, maybe then I'll listen to you. They're hateful savages who live only to plunder and destroy. Their leader is a devil called Salt Upon Wounds. War is all he knows. Everything he has, everything that tribe has, was taken by force, raiding, and scavenging. It's said there's no man deadlier at close range. That power fist of his has smashed 100 skulls. Maybe that's true, but so what? It's a low form of leadership. A tribe that knows only war has no future. And so he'll lead them to Caesar. If you could part with it, healing powder would be welcome. We have enough stim packs for now, but we can't rely on that small supply. Brock and Xander plants can be found throughout the valley. And you might even find some on white legs you come across. Ah, that's great news. We can use anything you can offer. Your generosity is... well, I just can't thank you enough. I used to help the Sorrows with various medical problems and general issues they were having, but my bishop sent me here as a missionary. We New Canaanites believe that there is a path to salvation for everyone, and it's important that we set people on that path if they are willing. I'm trying to make amends for allowing our problem to become their problem. The New Canaanites, I mean. The Whitelegs have always fought with us. And with Joshua returning, Caesar has motivated the Whitelegs to stamp out the New Canaanites entirely. That means the tribes we work with, too. It's already happened. I just want to prevent something terrible from happening to the Sorrows.
Has this happened before?
Yes. But not just Whitelegs. Raiders, too. Prospectors, slavers. Anyone who thinks they can exploit the ignorant and the innocent. We lost the Tar Walkers and the Crazy Horns. We did our best, but we made mistakes. We paid for them. But they paid more. I'd like to get out from under that debt someday. Until then, it's enough to stop ourselves from getting deeper in the hole.
So what's your plan?
To remove the Sorrows from harm's way. I have to give credit to the Whitelegs for finding their way here. Though I imagine many died in the process. But they can't follow us east. Not into the Grand Staircase. They don't know how to live off the land. We head there, we can find some safety. Father in the... Oh, right. He's some spirit the Sorrows used to believe in. Watched over them from the caves in the valley. They marked some of the caves around here because they think they'll be punished for going inside. I think as more of them learn the teachings of the new Canaanites, they'll lose their old superstitions.
You might want to have a chat with them. They think Lord and the Father are the same.
Oh, of course. How stupid of me. They probably also think Mary is the mother and Jesus is the child. No wonder they picked up on things so easily. I guess it just goes to show how difficult it is to communicate sometimes. Until then. I'm glad to see you're still with us. I did. Her 3 children are safe. They made it north weeks ago and met up with new Canaanites heading east. Her husband didn't make it. He died protecting their children from a white-leg attack. Do not tell Waking Cloud. She's one of the only Sorrows who can communicate easily with us, and her tribe needs her to be strong right now.
It's her husband. Don't you think she has the right to know? I don't think you should.
To everything, there is a season. Who are you or I to put this heavy burden on her now?
You're a new Canaanite. You're supposed to help lead these people, not hide them.
I know, you're right. I shouldn't have hidden it from her in the first place. We can't fail here again. Zion can't become the next new Canaan. The Sorrows don't deserve that. They don't deserve any of this. Sometimes I look at them and wonder if they would have been better off if those old trails had stayed forgotten. If we had never found any of them. Tell Waking Cloud if you think that's best. I won't stop you.
Okay, I'll say. I'll
Katubiu.
Daniel isn't avoiding talking about your family. He's just preoccupied with all this lie. No,
What?
about your husband.
You must be mistaken. Daniel would have told me.
I'm afraid so. Daniel kept it from you because he thought the grief would distract you.
How dare he? What gives him the right? I thought Daniel was my friend, but he cares nothing for the Sorrows.
Not exactly the kind of thing a friend would do. He was only doing it because he thought it was best for the tribe. It was an easy choice for him. You're right. Now, what are we going to do about it?
Perhaps. I will have to have a very long talk with Daniel when all of this is over. Thank you for telling me this truth.
I'm going to grab the whip and crack at him. All night. Let's deal with the river monsters. Let's go to the Folk Bridge.
I'll fight you if I must. I'm with you.
Bro was just spawned.
I have this under control.
Gotcha.
Found them. I'm with you. Let's move on. I don't like to linger in this place. Found them. Yeah! I'll fight you if I must.
They stuck in the fucking hills again.
Here they are! They are you, devil! This one is mine.
I'm getting a little woozy. Uh-oh. Hold on. What's going on? Poison, Dark Datura. Poison removed. We have some sarsaparilla. Where's that sunset sarsaparilla?
Do you see them? I found them! For the sorrows!
This gun sucks, by the way.
Daniel says that most people...
Oh, there we go. Blood sausage. Not thought you died, not ain't like that now. Yeah, lost a close calls, whatever you're also immune to critical hits.
people outside the valley do not keep to the Father's ways. Perhaps when you leave, you will carry his word with you. Yao Guai. Even our strongest hunters could not hope to kill so many. There must be a nest nearby. I hope that is truth, and not a boast. But I will respect your leadership. Fighting so many at once is a dangerous prospect, unless you are a truly mighty warrior. This
Hello.
close to
Hello.
a nest nearby.
Hello.
If we find it and destroy it, we might have better.
Hello.
Hello. Who are you?
It took you 30 seconds to acknowledge my existence. Interesting.
I saw the TK Mantis video of them interviewing Chris Avalon. Jack hasn't talked to me in 33 minutes, shaking my head-o. Is that a dog? No. I'm gonna beat these fucking Yaoguais with the goddamn fire axe from a movie.
Got what?
This fire axe.
It's from The Shining. The Shining!
The Shining. You wanna get sued?
You want to get sued?
Oh yeah, I gave her a leather jacket because I thought it'd be cool. Also, Sweet says Kriegi Poo.
Hello, Krieg. It is me, Krieg.
Sweet says, hey, Kriegi Poo.
Poop.
You could drink the water here. It's perfectly clean.
You can drink the water. It has fluoride in it.
There's floor in this ride? What the hell?
They're putting fluoride in the water to turn the frogs gay. This is their plan, people.
Dropping a lot of these explosives. Also, look, they're all dead.
It's funny.
I just killed
I like
them.
funny thing. Funny dead thing. Funny dead thing. Huh?
As you wish.
How long have you been playing this?
Katubiyu.
Goody back to
Did you just start today?
Oh, the Honest Hearts?
No, Fallout. For how long have you been streaming, I guess is what I'm saying this.
Oh, like 35 minutes. Yeah.
Huh?
They say leave the cave. Should I leave from here? Oh, no.
You need to try and find the survivalist rifle in the survivalist armor before you beat Honest Hearts. You have to. It's mandatory, Jack, and I'm not letting you beat this without it. You understand why it's important, right?
Where is the survival rifle?
You go through all the caves and you'll find out. So all the little caves that are taboo with like the handprints, those are the survivalists' hideouts.
Yeah, I found a few. I got a leather armor and I gave it to her. She's embrace.
Gus, so that game I showed you, Fright Train,
Mm-hmm.
the demo's out.
I played it while I was waiting for you. It's
How was it?
It was very short, and I was like, there is only like 2 cars you're in, and that's it.
Did you do the tutorial or the actual
tutorial.
game?
The tutorial is the demo.
No. It isn't.
I'm not joking. The tutorial is the demo, and I was like,
Jack, I
wait,
played it.
really?
There's once you beat the tutorial, then you boot it back up again, and there you have like the demo version of the game where you can actually play through it.
It gave me a text like, oh, thank you for trying this out. Wish list on Steam. It's like, oh, really? That was it? Okay.
I know you are eager to leave Zion, but perhaps you might found them. Yeah!
Perhaps you might fuck.
Geckos are no match with Neck.
Jack, you have to get me a fire axe. You have to.
That's an idea. I think I should be able to.
I sent you the link.
Yes. I know. But
In this place.
the thing is, I need to figure out how to actually gift a American product to an American town.
Many dangers.
I know I can change my location.
I'm with you. Messy business. I am glad.
Hold on, I gotta build character.
Shooting your friends is called building character.
That's what my daddy said. It's not true.
Jack, and if I get the fire axe, you're gonna be coming over and hanging out with me, and then it's gonna be all fine and dandy. But then you'll see like an axe go through the door, and I'll be busting in, and I'll say, "Here's Kriegi."
There's an axe going through my head, and it said, "I'm building character."
No, I wouldn't do that. I would just bust through the door because it would be funny.
My skull has been cleaved. It's called building character.
I think the same axe that was used in The Shining was also kind of used in American Psycho. 'Cause it looks exactly the same.
If I remember correctly, no. What I remember correctly was that apparently the auction for the fire axe was actually used as an actual axe for chopping wood. And if you actually, there's actually a glass case of the axe, and apparently it is so hacked up and shit, it is gutted because it was actually being used as an axe.
No, I'm just talking about like the way the axe looks. It looks very similar.
I can see inspiration, yeah.
Those tents down there.
It's got the same color handle, however the head is different. It's not like a fire axe. It's just a regular like splitting axe.
Warriors pray to them for strength and savagery before battle.
The versatility of the Shining fire axe is why I want it. It's so much more useful for chopping people's fucking heads open.
The totems are sacred to them somehow? How?
If their war totems were to disappear, they would likely lose the will to fight.
The gaze.
You know this. Did Caesar even know this? I'm sure Caesar just hearing about this, like, how's the new Canaanites? Oh, they lost. Oh, the tribe was disbanded because their little totems were taken away, and now they don't want to do war. Caesar is such a gigantic fucking idiot. Any advice how to deal with this situation?
You might rush them and take them by surprise. We would be badly outnumbered then, though, and these will be strong fighters. We might also use their superstition against them. White-leg warriors believe that to lose their totems on the eve of battle is a terrible omen. I will follow your command, but I advise caution if it is possible.
hot idiot or idiot. I think it's just an idiot. I mean, Caesar is a useful idiot to the legate. I'm gonna take your totem.
You leave me no choice.
Wait a minute.
Those tents down.
Give me the stealth, boy.
I'll fight you if I must. I'm with you. As you wish. I will wait, but please do not be gone long. Here they are. I'm with you. Run! I walk in your footsteps. You leave me no choice. For the sorrows. As you wish, I will wait. The river's lovely.
Oh, the Yaguais are taking care of them. I'm not even doing anything. The Yaguai just came in and just killed them. Big Horner. Oh. Go get Walking Cloud. Okay. Living, learn your addiction resistance, 50% health bonus from snack foods. Ooh. Take that. My jam is on. Here we go.
That seems... I walk in your foot. I'll fight you if I must.
Oh, be passive. Be passive.
Daniel says that most people outside the valley do not keep to the father. Those ways.
I'm glad to see you're still with us. How can I help you?
Checked on everything. The valley got you the map. Sure.
I appreciate it. Well, that's it. This is all we need. Now all that's left is to quietly pack up and try to get out of here without being noticed. That's assuming that Joshua won't try to stop me. And that he hasn't talked you into fighting the Whitelegs despite what I've said. Don't worry, I don't hold it against you. You're an outsider. Fighting seems like the practical solution. I'll tell you again. There's more at stake.
Well, you decide whether the Sorrows should fight or your decisions will set their destiny. Irrevocably in motion. You will be unable to finish any remaining questions, Zion, once you make your decision. So choose wisely. Okay. Joshua's right. We should fight the Whitelegs. Don't worry. I think leaving Zion is for the best. I need to think about this.
Even our Lord had doubts. Think it over, but listen to your heart. And do it quickly. We don't have much time.
Gain 5+ damage threshold against melee weapons under an attack. All melee weapons except thrown or an unarmed attacks have a chance of knocking your target down. There you go. You have learned how to peak mountains of gear for the long haul. Being overcumbered no longer prevents you from using fast travel. Hey Graham, what you reading? I saw somebody actually like texture on the Tomodachi Island with the book, and they put the Nick and Judy, Judy slapping Nick in that abortion comic. It's like, oh my god. Oh my lord. Right, survival's right.
Jack, how do I add roles into the server?
Oh, roles.
Like where you click the emoji and you get the role. How does that work?
It should be, yeah. You go to, okay, so rules, it should be there. Okay, prejudice, please respect. To verify me, we read the rules, X to serve, click the check mark. Yeah, that's there. And then I remember you could get roles with the
Roles is in Genwell under Icebreakers.
yes. You chose them, right?
Yeah. I just wanted to add roles because I got permission from Jelly. I'm trying to rework how the adult stuff works.
Mm-hmm.
Where if you want to see that stuff, you just pick the role. If you don't, you just don't. I'm trying to make it work like that, if that makes sense.
I seen Ami say no to love for a communist book. Oh my god. I keep seeing people just like draw alcohol. Like there's just like there's like these two dudes are just like giving a Jack Daniels whiskey to a baby. You want the Jack Daniels. Ooh, you want the Jack Daniels.
Yes, quite the sizable specimen. Foge. Jack, this Foge is quite big.
You're talking about the one I put it.
Yes, big Foge.
You seen a full kink gear in a puppy lawn room.
What?
That's weird. Oh, we're talking about Tomodachi Island. Wait, there's so much lore about this. The Great Warrior used him to wage combat against the hostile Vault 22 expedition, and that killed a Mexican refugee group Clark had been helping. Clark had kept the rifle to his death at the... Wait, those were the logs. Wait a minute, yeah, those were the logs. The summit of the Red Gate. I want to brew your underwear in a cup of warm water. You could just make regular ramen noodles, bro. It's not that hard. You didn't need the underwear part. At the Red Gate. Okay, here we go. The Red Gate, and then there's a duffel bag.
Der Flammengewehr.
Let's move on. I don't like to linger in this place.
Mama always said that life was like a box of cherry pie. You never know what kind of cherries you're gonna get. Isn't that right, Jack?
I was learned that life was the... Oh! Found it. Year 2124. 12.7 millimeter. And there it is. Survivalist rifle. And here it is. Just the guy who just dies.
Did you get the note? Did you get everything in the bag?
Yes, the note says... Here we go. Disc. Where is it? 2124. Okay. Been leaving notes for them and gifts. They like the books. Started the stories, but moved to the weapons, manuals, medical books, practical stuff, and noticeable. Well, it's embarrassing. Almost like those cards people use to give each other. Everything's sweet and loving. I tell them to read it and learn, and to make the most of their new home. I tell them that I'm giving them Zion as a gift to make up for all the sorrows their lives before, and all those sorrows man has visited on man. I tell them to be kind to each other, modest. Tell them never to hurt each other, and that if someone else comes along and tries to hurt them, strike back with righteous anger, stuff like that. I sign every note with the Father. That's what this says. Because, well, just because. Have I ever mentioned that I'm dying? Mine's still sharp. Lungs are the problem. Might be the cancer. Cough's been getting worse. Months to final. There's blood in it. Getting harder to visit my little friend's breath so short. I've given most of what I owe. They'll find the rest in the caves when they get older. I don't want them to find me though. The father is a broke down old man. Disappointment. It's time. I don't want another birthday. Cold enough that it won't last long in the high mount up the next red gate. I think I've hadn't got enough breath left in me to make it. I'll just lie down and stare in the sky. Feels right. They'll do well. I hope no harm comes to them, within or without. Did my best to prepare them with the last few notes. Said something kind about each other, and one of them about mixed. One special told them the father was pleased. Other kind natures it would be up to them to handle things on their own from now on. And then I'd be silent, but still watching and still caring. Lying then, oh yes. Lied to you, Char and Alex. Sylvie told you that I'd be with you forever, but I wouldn't go back and unsay it once if I could. What was the point of all of it all? So many failures, but I never forgot the face of our little nuts. Sylvie's. They used to say that happened after a while, but I never did it for me. Maybe the only point of all this living was to keep those pictures in my head going for as long as I could. It was the only life I could give to you. Not a day went by without. It wasn't a choice. I just chose to die again. Just never did. Body had its own drive. Well, the ones will need it. Species will need it. If it's to continue that blind drive onward. I wish them L. It's been only gift to me at the end of all. Behold innocence. Goodbye Zion. Randall Dean Clark. Bro was 61. Wait. No, he was 71.
Born at the 2053, died 2124. Did you notice how there were flowers growing behind his head?
I thought it was just leaves that he was just pillowing.
No. Life was growing around him. It's probably one of the best stories in all of the Fallout lore, to be honest, The Survivalist.
Leret. Or it's Arret.
Arrête. It's French Canadian for stop.
Mm-hmm.
Or halt.
Stream is acting like a bitch on my end. Really? Hold on. No, it's in the green, so yeah, it's on your end.
It's in the green. It's in the peen. It's in the stink.
That's why it said Ontario. I was like, Ontario, Canada, not Ontario, California. Wait, this 200. Oh, this takes 12.7. Right. I didn't do anything. But it... Give me the banana yokas. Life is like a box of Furcon bathroom pizza. Yeah, never mind.
Here they are! Let's go! you.
Blasted that ass cheek. Castadores?
Move on. I don't like to linger in this place.
What else should I do before I tell them to fuck off?
Here they are! I'm with you. I'll fight you if I must. For the sorrows! Run! My skill, I will fight with my fist as... If something of mine will help you, take it. I hope you would do the same for me. Oh, Father, guide and protect us, your humble children, as we labor in the vineyards, and make us strong to resist those who would steal Zion from us.
Welcome back. What can I do for you?
What do you say about the courier? Who are you expecting?
Caesar would never admit this openly, but he knows that I'm alive. I've killed enough of his Frumentari and assassins that have come looking. I've heard one of them travels the Mojave as a courier. Most of Caesar's agents meet a fitting end in NCR territory, but maybe this one survived.
Do you run the show around here?
I wouldn't say that. I am the acting war chief for the Dead Horses. They look up to me for such matters, but I only have the authority they give me. Daniel is the spiritual leader and main link of the new Canaanites to the Sorrows. He's up in the Narrows right now. He's a butcher. Believe me, I know the godless fire that burns in his heart. I've been burned by it myself. He's not the kind to let his subordinates do all the killing. No, he likes to have a hand in it. That spear of his.
Well, that was interesting. So I went to grab my food. I ordered a small little pizza for myself, and it turns out they also added a 2-liter of Pepsi. Now, I didn't order that, and I think I know what happened. I had added a message in my delivery instructions to be like, "Oh yeah, don't forget to give them to make sure that they give you the Diet Pepsi I ordered." But this time I didn't buy a Pepsi. I just had it from last time I got something.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm worried now that because I got like the 2-liter, that they're going to be upset because it's something that I didn't pay for. It was an accident.
No. Well, it's probably stock. It's just extra stock they probably had. It's just like
I know. I tried to call them and be like, hey, like, but they're closed already. And I said I wanted to like try and be like, hey, I got this. I forgot to pay for it. How much do I owe you? I don't know. I just don't want them to like blacklist me from ordering from.
You're
like,
not going
Lenovo's.
to be blacklisted. It's mostly collateral.
Okay.
It's like it's a minor. It's a minor thing. It's just like, oh, don't be throwing. They'll just tell their employees like, don't be throwing away our inventory, like that.
Okay.
But it's 1 bottle of Diet Coke, right?
It's a 2-liter
2-liter bottle. It's all
of Diet
right.
Pepsi.
It's all right. You're all right.
An abomination
I just
before the eyes
feel bad about receiving stuff for free that I didn't pay for.
of divine.
I don't want to be seen as like a thief or something, or taking things. I don't like being perceived as dishonest. If
It's
that makes
just-
sense.
The inventory is just pennies for them. Like a couple of maybe quarters, maybe like 3/4. What are you? Pray God, what are you talking about?
Canaanite. We believe we are the heirs of a spiritual tradition given to our ancestors thousands of years ago. We have made and kept covenants with our Lord God to honor his laws. In exchange, we are promised eternal salvation.
The pee pee poo poo.
A day will come when our Lord returns to judge us all. Until then, we must honor his laws and start others along the path of salvation if we can. That's why we trade with others and work the tribes. We have more than food and medicine to offer. Good news is our most valuable commodity.
You don't actually believe that, do you?
I know it may be hard for you to accept or even to understand. In my heart, I believe that though I am a sinner, I have been saved. And I believe there is something beyond this rock, and this air, and this water around us. Something more that is waiting for us. I have been baptized twice. Once in water, once in flame. I will carry the fire of the Holy Spirit inside until I stand before my Lord for judgment.
Even?
You come egwa.
Is this a Saturn burger?
Egwa. Come egwa. Egwa. Come egwa.
Do you have anything
Come
to trade?
egwa.
Though the Whitelegs destroyed New Canaan, they didn't destroy all of our supply caches. All forms of currency are recognized here. Caps, NCR dollars, even Legion coin. Take a look.
Let's see what you got. Improved sights for the 45. Silencer.
And the silencer. Drum mags.
Ooh.
And compensator. So you can deck it out like an OG. Get a submachine gun.
I thought I
Get
already
the
had
45
one.
auto.
I
Okay,
already-
good.
But
Did you get the mods for the 45 pistol?
No. We got the slide, improved sight.
Get all of them. Now get the ammo, all the special ammo and the regular ammo. You have the money.
I know, I was just looking at them.
You should also get all the shotgun rounds, except for like the beanbag ones.
What else do you got? I got War Club. War Club casings increases damage.
That's a mod for the War Club.
Okay. There you go. Do I have anything I could sell you? Wait, yeah. I know. I can give you Bark Scorpion.
I can give you a Bark Scorpion gland. Would you like that?
Birch's Sap.
The Crabbert Pattery.
Castador Poison Gland.
The Crabby Patty. Sweet huge patty. Jack, did you know that there's a Chuck E. Cheese animatronic where if you talk about it, you could potentially get sued if you say its name? Because the guy who owns the only example of it is a little bitch. It's true. There's even a video of it I have on it. And it's an interesting story because he like bought it at an auction or whatever and copyrighted it and basically won't let anyone post any pictures of it or say its name or anything because he's a little asshole.
Let me have a look.
You're another butthole dog.
Something I enjoy. I learn from my mistakes.
You're another butthole dog. You're not. You're not the hot dog. You're hot dog. You're nothing but hound dog.
You're nothing but a hot
You're nothing but a hound dog.
Putting on the sauce. You got nothing but the hot dog. Mustard and ketchup.
You got the big ass hound dog. Put mustard
Jack,
on it.
do you like?
Yeah.
Jack, do you like how many fucking military helmets I've got all over my fucking room, including on my desk and on my fireplace?
You should make a helmet fort just to stack up both the helmets and make.
They're
a
not
fort
that
out.
big. I need more. I need more before I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me, I've thought about it, but I lack the helmet surplus to do so.
Are you in much pain? Is there anything I can do to help?
You are kind to offer, but no, there's nothing you can do. We don't use cams, but I learned long ago that I'm immune to their effect.
Jack, which would you prefer to be real?
Stops burning.
Five Nights at Freddy's lore, or what would be the equivalent? Or Poppy Playtime lore.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Now explain why.
I don't know much about Poppy's Playtime, and every
So
time I hear about Poppy's Playtime, it's just them's creepy shit, and them's always creepy shit, and them kids would always rejected by creepy shit, and I'm like, this is stupid.
That's most kids' entertainment horror now, to be honest.
My skin. Every
So when I was watching Oni Plays fucking playthrough of like Poppy's Playtime, Corey made like a guess on what the lore would be, and he's unironically, this is before Chapter 3 or 4 came out, or even fucking 5, and he was 100% correct. His guess was 100% correct.
Oh, he predicted it.
unironically. Yes, Corey Delaminguez, aka Armenian Corey in real life, made an
Poppy's
accurate prediction.
Poppy's Playtime came out in 2022, so yeah, it would make sense because that's when everybody was seeing a pattern, and then people are like, okay, this is just gonna happen all the time, is it? That's what Poppy's
No, but he
playtime-
like made the guess that like the company was like turning people into toys, and he was right.
That's not original.
I know, but like the fact that Corey Delamingas made an 100% accurate guess as to what the storyline was is funny. It's not original, but it's funny that he guessed it with such accuracy.
What if instead of the spirits are entrapped in the animatronics, what if the company wanted that? That's how stupid we're in.
The thing was like they wanted toys to be more lifelike or whatever, so they were like, okay, we're gonna make like a. So it's like instead of like making robots or whatever that like have programmable voice lines, or like we want like toys to actually talk to kids. So they had like a process or whatever to turn people into toys or whatever, and then they subjected it to MK Ultra brainwashing techniques to make them forget their identities and everything or whatever. Apparently that was the lore.
I stuffed my baby in a
I don't
Teddy
know.
Ruxpin, and all of a sudden it's real.
No,
it's real.
like literally
my
they were
child.
performing surgeries and shit and like other stuff to legit turn them into stuff. It's weird. I don't know. I don't know. Like the toys like actually have like a skeleton on the inside. It's not like robots whatsoever.
With fresh ones. Exposing
I don't know. It's a very weird
again.
storyline or whatever.
Comfortable.
And it's barely a storyline at all at this point. The only part about Poppy's playtime that I like is the smiling critters, and that's it. That's because I like them as their own thing.
Myself with matters of the Mojave anymore.
I do not care for the rest of that game at all.
I had heard of him.
I'm only tertiarily interested in Five Nights at Freddy's because I grew up with it. That's about it.
What was happening? From what I've learned since Hoover Dam, he handled the Mojave tribes in a fashion not entirely dissimilar from Caesar. It's too bad. It's not something.
I don't know. I'll shut up.
I was born in Ogden, what people came to call New Canaan. Things were more peaceful when I was growing up. When I was a young man, I went out into the world to do missionary work, as all New Canaanites do. I traveled along the Long 15 and followed 8 miles south to Arizona. Along the way, I met two men from a group called the Followers of the Apocalypse. Edward Sallow and Bill Calhoun. They came to teach the tribes. Calhoun was a good man. Edward was the one who got us into trouble down the road. No, not then. Back then, he was just Edward. Smart man. Young, but we all were. We thought we could hike into the Grand Canyon and talk to Blackfoots. We did. And the Blackfoots were friendly enough at first. But eventually... I've thought back to that day so many times. I must have mistranslated. Something must have been mixed up, because the Blackfoots decided we weren't going to leave. The rest is history, assuming Edward hasn't changed it. This way lies the path to hell. Caesar needed me to translate. Translation became giving orders. Giving orders became leading in battle. Leading in battle became training, punishing, terrorizing. A series of small mistakes before a great fall. And I stayed in that darkness until after Hoover Dam. After I failed Caesar and he had me burned alive, thrown into the Grand Canyon.
I think you fucking survived.
I survived because the fire inside burned brighter than the fire around me. I fell down into that dark chasm. The flame burned on and on.
You stopped, duck and rolled.
Out of the northern edge of the Grand Canyon, that cursed place. It took me 3 months to reach New Canaan. It was as though the prodigal son had returned. They welcomed me like I had never left. Never done anything to shame them. The fire that had kept me alive was love. Their love. God's love. I will never be able to repay the debt I owe to them. But I must try. God be with you.
Chris Avalon said his favorite DLC in Fallout 3 was almost going to be Mothership Zeta because he liked the ideas of all these crazy characters from different timelines meeting up with you. But then one fucking piece of dialogue pissed him off so much he completely fell out of love. Krieg? Oh, he's muted. Okay.
I was eating food. What's up?
I was going to say that Chris Avalon said that his favorite DLC for Fallout 3 was almost going to be Mothership Zeta, but there was one piece of dialogue that pissed him off so much.
Why would it even be Mothership Zeta to begin with without the line? That DLC sucked dick.
There was
It's
one
ass.
He loved the ideas that were surrounding it, and it would have been a nice fun playground with all these kooky characters, but there was one line he just viscerally irked him, and it was the aliens programmed the president's mind. They reprogrammed his mind to do all of his orders. And they're like, okay, that's it. No. Out. You just said fired. No. Whoever made that idea, fired.
Yeah, that's stupid. I like the idea of them accidentally abducting an ex-president instead of the president. Like they accidentally fuck it up and abduct I don't know, Howard Taft or something after his presidency.
What
and
was
they think he's
there's an
they
actual
think he's
president.
the sitting president.
What was the actual vice president? It was 30 years ago. There was an actual vice president they made as a joke. It was garbage.
Fucking, it's not Spiro Agnew. It was fucking, Mr. Vice President, someone finally bought your book! Alrighty, it's a celebration time. Al Gore? Is it Al Gore? Is it Al Gore? Is it Al Gore? Is an allegory for Al Gore?
Daniel Bird. Bird is a direct parody of Daniel Quayle.
That fucking sucks.
Chris Avalon actually acknowledges that it was this stupid joke, and he was like, I'm sorry that you actually saw that joke and thought it was funny. I don't think it's funny at all. It was so dumb.
Unless you and Joshua have any objections, I'd like to start evacuating the Sorrows. I'm going to need your help, so say your piece.
I think Joshua was right, or thinking of leaving Zion is for the best. I think killing the white legs is like removing a tumor. But we can also leave the tumor to somebody else. Let's leave Zion. Wait, if we leave Zion, Joshua's going to be so
Joshua's
fucking...
right. Joshua's right. This is their home.
What Joshua wants is more than...
Why would we leave? This is like saying, okay, the Nazis are right. Let's just leave. Let's give all the land to them because they're mean.
But they're also gigantic dumbasses.
Force them into it, please. Consider what
Well, yeah, they're fucking fighting for Caesar's Legion.
This is the way of the world. Is they're part of it, and you have the right to pull them off of their land.
I've already explained to them that we're leaving. They've accepted it. What is Joshua going to tell them about being a warrior?
They have a right to fight for their home.
About how to live with themselves after they got lost in
What if at this new place the same thing happens? They're gonna leave again?
Or does that not matter? Is that just an acceptable consequence if it means holding on to this valley? Maybe there is no place left in this world for mercy. But even if it tramples me into the
There's a time and a place for mercy, and there's a time and a place for the sword, Joshua.
Joshua must be waiting for you.
This is the time for the sword. Remove it from thine scabbard and prepare for war.
Waking Clouds return to Sarah's camp. You have lost Waking Clouds, quiet as the waters perk. Weapon blind.
Thank you for this. I know Daniel doesn't approve, but destroying the Whitelegs is the only way to ensure the Sorrows can remain in Zion.
Daniel's whole reason for wanting to leave Zion is to protect their innocence.
To 3 men
That's it.
from this position.
It's like they're so innocent. We need to protect them and make sure they don't become killers. It's like
Salt upon wounds.
that's just leaving them vulnerable for the next group of assholes who comes in.
Whitelegs we come across.
And you sort of hid a lot of information.
Extermination.
Yeah. Like you can respect their beliefs and want to preserve their innocence, but that doesn't mean you should be like, yeah, let's not protect your home. Did you know that Joshua Graham has a melee weapon that only he can use?
Like it's
And it's
hard
not
program.
available in the game? Yes, it's called Pistol Whip. So if you change his
Yeah.
ranged attack to melee, he will take his pistol and use it as a melee weapon.
Oh yeah. It's got snake skin.
Yeah,
Naturally.
that is a thing that only Joshua Graham can do. That's a little fun tidbit lore. There you go. No one else has thought about hitting another person with a gun in Fallout until now, which is surprising.
Finished. No thanks. 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 No thanks.
Okay.
You call down the wrath. Lord, make me thy instrument. Work well done. Enough! Lord, make me thy instrument.
What? What? Huh? Okay, Jack, did you know, and I just learned this right now by Moist Critical, a former tobacco executive takes a high-ranking position in the CDC.
What to do? What? What are they doing?
He's a medical professional reference. He named last month as the CDC's Deputy Director for Legislative Affairs.
Yeah.
And he worked for Phantom Ventures, a British tobacco company subsidiary, which focused on e-cigarettes and nicotine pouches.
Oh.
Basically, he's like an ex-guy who benefited from the sale of tobacco and shit, saying, now in a position to like say, oh, it's like, he can control what people say about tobacco now, basically. Oh, it's perfectly safe.
That's exactly what we
fucking
need.
Yeah, it's fucking RFK, you fucking faggot. You absolute fucking moron. The worms have gotten to your fucking nutsack and infiltrated your brain, which is in your nuts. You faggot. The Lightbringer! It's the Lightbringer! No, Jack, you don't aim in the center, you use the right iron posts.
The right iron post?
You see how it's canted? It's bent. You use the right post of the iron sight. The survivalist guy, it's implied that he bent it into shape so that way he could replace the broken, because the front sight is broken. So he knocked it into position to where the right side of the post is the iron sight itself.
Okay.
So when you shoot that, you use the right side of the iron post. Now do you see it?
Yeah.
How it's canted?
Yes.
That's how you shoot it. That was done on purpose. That was why they designed it.
You call down the wrath. Lord, make me thy instrument. All in a day's labor serving the good Lord.
Oh.
No.
The time for talk is past. The Lord's work must be done. The time for talk is past. The Lord's work must be done.
Oladunane.
Die where you stand!
Meka asekine. Mizluchu aola. Deja ruido.
This is taking too long. We can't let Salt Upon Wounds escape. We're going to find a way around. God willing, we will finish this together.
Bye, Joshua Gwam.
Jack, how many scenes of torture exist in Call of Duty in every single game? How many? Can you guess?
There's one in World at War. 1, 2, 3 in Black Ops 1.
Just make an overall guess for the entire series. Just
10.
guess.
Like 10.
46.
I have not been playing the other games, have I?
No, every single Call of Duty game, out of every single one of them, only 2 games, the first Call of Duty and Black Ops 4, have no torture in them. Every single COD game, aside from them, has torture scenes. And in those games, there's 46 total scenes involving torture, which is insane.
It's a lot of torture.
It's like, I like how, because it's like they're working in conjunction with the US military, it's like, torture's okay because it works. But it really doesn't, though.
Really does not.
No, it really doesn't. Not the torture that they're showing, anyways. The torture that they show in Call of Duty is like, oh, we'll punch you a bunch and like stab you, electrocute you. That's not how the military really does that. What they do is they'll put you in a really small room with a really thin mattress with handcuffs on that are really tight and have really bright lights in there, and everything's white. They'll give you white food on a white plate. You'll be wearing white clothes. Everything in the room is painted white. And they'll just blare music at you constantly. Or maybe they'll use, like, white noise constantly and slowly increase the volume of it over periods of days or weeks. That's real torture.
You're never going to see your character being dragged from his body on the ground, and then your character is just, like, looking left and right at all the torture methods the bad guys are doing, and you're not going to see, like, one of the bad guys just, like, stretching some guy's dick, just, like, elastically stretching their dick, and they're just screaming, like, oh.
They don't... Most of the time, when they do torture for information, it's psychological rather than physical.
Oh, yeah. That bullshit.
Like, they'll lock you in a cell and play, like, music over, or like a poem, like Boots, over and over again. For hours and hours on end.
She findet it.
All quiet on the glibly front. What's in here? Oh, it's nothing.
Hoy!
We warned you at Syracuse, and you persisted. You took advantage of us at New Canaan to drive us out. And like the dogs of Caesar you are, you followed us to Zion. And now you stand on holy ground, a temple to God's glory on earth. The only use for an animal in our temple is sacrifice. Kale wachene conserva o. You understand me, don't you? Don't you?
Outman. Kunaman mad. He killed all white legs. You talk. You stop.
Mercy.
You're right, we're going to kill you.
No,
but
no. The top one.
this is what I signed up for. Let me talk to Joshua about this.
Him hear you. You talk.
Don't listen to this thing. His cries are those of a mad beast caught in a thicket. He gave no mercy to my family, and I will give none to his.
You already won. You look around you, and there's no one to no need to kill him.
He has a debt to pay for what he's done, and I've come to collect. And so he's chosen to cower in the water like a dumb animal.
If what you believe is true, he'll pay for it later. The Sorrows don't need to see you do this.
I want to take from them what they took from me, from my family. In this life, I want them to suffer. I want all of them to die in fear and pain. I want to have my revenge against him, against Caesar. I want to call it my own, to make my anger God's anger, to justify the things I've done. Sometimes I tell myself that these wildfires never stop burning, but I'm the one who starts them, not God. Not them. I can always see it in my mind. The warmth and the heat. It will always be a part of me. But not today. Go. Get out of here. Go back. Back to the Great Salt Lake.
Faggot.
It's finished. Thank you for...
He ran like he had a poopy. And he dipey.
I couldn't have done this on my own. Let's go find Daniel. Tomorrow we'll be here soon. And there is much to do.
Oh yeah, Daniel. What happened? What's about that, bro? That out of the way.
I think you should go for like a gunslinger commando stuff that benefits your guns or whatever, you know, or like melee weapons.
I'm thinking about the Sierra Madre.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, because with a Sierra Madre, you get pistols and you got melee weapons and everything else like that. So, and that's what you're going to do right after this. So, oh yeah, that's right, sneak. Shit, I forgot. What's your sneak level at now?
It's at 100 now.
Okay. I think there's like a perk where it's like you walking or whatever, like doesn't like there's something with sneak, so just be careful looking through it before you pick something.
Infiltrator, if the lock is broken, can't normally be picked again. You can attempt to pick it again one more time. This includes locks previously broken by the forced lock attempt. No. Just later than with a gear wins, or at least survives. You can now carry additional 50 pounds of gear, stacks, and strong back perk. Implant GRX. You gain a non-addictive subdermal turbo injector. This perk may be taken twice within the second rank, increasing effect to 2 to 3 seconds per day. From 5 to 10. Activated the Pip-Boy inventory. Voracious reader. You tear them, damage the book. Damaged books you pick up and become a blank magazines, which you can use to copy your existing skill magazines to workbench. Convert blank magazines into. Alright.
Wait, broad daylight. Look at that.
There goes the Devil's Highway perk that gives you instant evil.
No, broad daylight. Look at the broad daylight.
So you sneaky, you anytime the Pip-Boy is on, you gain a sneak bonus offset of the light sneak penalty. That's good. For the moment.
That'd be great for when you're like, if you forget to have your light turned off or whatever. I'd say go with that. I had broad daylight on, and that's pretty good to have, especially in the Sierra Madre. How dark it is.
And so it was that the conflict between the new Canaanites
Oh, hey, Lee.
was finally resolved. The courier's involvement had tipped the scale, shifting the fragile balance of power.
Demoralized by the Dead Horse and Sorrow's attack the courier and Joshua Graham led against them, the Whitelegs retreated to Great Salt Lake. Their days were numbered. Word soon reached the 80s tribe that the Whitelegs' spirit was broken. Their
The 80s tribe.
The I-80. Interstate 80.
Year's end, the 80s would overrun the Whitelegs camps, scattering the tribe to the winds and claiming the Great Salt Lake for its own.
The Sorrows fought beside
I wonder what Truckers Disneyland would look like
eradicated
in the Fallout universe.
opposed to Zion. Seeing the courier convinced Joshua Graham to spare Salt upon Wounds, the Sorrows learned that retribution could be tempered by mercy. Though he despaired at the Sorrows' loss of innocence, Daniel took some small consolation in the courier's lesson, and prayed it would take root.
Having helped eradicate the Whitelegs from Zion, The dead horses returned to Dead Horse Point in triumph.
Jack, have you ever heard of the Hershey's Tropical Bar?
But as years went on, there were
What is a Hershey's Tropical?
even
It's a tropical bar. It's a Hershey's Tropical Bar. It's a tropical chocolate bar.
especially intervened regularly as mediators, but found it difficult to reconcile the tribe's conflicts.
The defeat of the Whitelegs and Zion marked a turning point in the fortunes of the Happy Trails Caravan Company. Every 2 months, the caravan met with the New Canaanites in Zion Valley to trade. Happy Trails soon returned to prosperity.
Yay.
Vigilance of the Sorrows and Dead Horses in defending southwestern Utah, initially startling to Happy Trails caravans, soon proved a blessing. The tribes united against the 80s, driving them back from Highway 50, and thus opening yet another trading route for Happy Trails caravans.
Waking Cloud was distraught when she learned of her husband's death, but took comfort from her tribe and the compassion of the New Canaanites. She forgave Daniel for having concealed her husband's fate from her, and learned to accept his fate. When her grief faded, she took a husband from the Dead Horse tribe. At her bidding, he stayed close to home.
The threat of the Whitelegs ended. Joshua Graham helped the Sorrows and Dead Horses
You mean you?
and secure Zion. The couriers were
He was talking about himself.
wrath in his darkest hour, and in sparing salt upon wounds, he was changed. While he continued to advocate militant opposition to the enemies of New Canaan, he sometimes showed quarter to those who crossed his family. Eventually, this new spirit would diminish the myth of the burned man in distant lands. A small price for the peace it brought to Joshua Graham.
For years after the defeat of the Whitelegs, Daniel did his best to minister to the Sorrows' spiritual needs. Try as he might, he could not hold back the tribe's increasing militancy and reverence of Joshua Graham. Demoralized, he returned to his family and Dead Horse Point. His failures haunted him for the rest of his days.
And with that, the courier walked out of the history of the tribes of Zion and back to the gathering storm of the Mojave Wasteland.
Yay. Oh,
Oh yeah, there's all your stuff that you get for beating. That's Joshua Graham's pistol.
all light and
You can
shining
also-
darkness.
Yeah, and you can dress up as Joshua Graham now. You got his armor, which is light armor, which is good for sneak, actually. That looks good on you. The regulator hat or Daniel's hat mixed with that would look actually pretty good, sick. No, I meant like Joshua Graham's armor mixed with Daniel's hat. Yeah, that looks based. It sucks that there's not really any good ending for Daniel in Honest Hearts, believe it or not.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Grizz Avalon said that while they were doing like 2-3 DLCs at the same time, so they were doing Honest Arts as well as Old World Blues, like back and forth, and they were having like time constraints, and it was like we let's get the devlogs, get the devlogs out, get the devlogs, come on, gotta get that shit up and running. It's like here I put yes. Sure, I'll take them all. Oh. He also mentioned that they pissed off Bethesda because they were talking in an interview about how They're trying to get the game out as neat as possible. And one of the interviewer was asking, is the game going to be running at 30 frames per second? And they're like, oh yeah, it'll run in 30 frames. Don't worry. And that pissed off Bethesda. You're making a game off the Creation Engine. I'm sure it's most likely going to be running at 30. I have 2.
Isn't that typical for most like console games? 30 to 60?
Most like high fidelity games usually go for 30, but when you're doing like obviously performance driven, you should at least get to like the 60, at most 60. There are games that look impressive that do run 60. Obviously, the earliest example was probably Dead Rising. That game on the 360 was like clean as hell.
Especially with all the stuff that they were having to load and render and stuff like that. That's great.
The Queen says bid. Oh, this may not be a spoiler, but
yeah,
they were asked not to, because they were trying to pitch where they want to actually put the next Fallout game when they were making New Vegas. Bethesda strictly told them not to touch San Francisco.
Why?
Because they had something in their mind they want to do with San Francisco.
Well, they referenced it in Fallout 4, and you could even see the remnants of the Golden Gate Bridge, actually. When you go into, like, Kellogg's mind. And it's like, they're probably going to make it dull and boring like the most of the recent games.
Well, what was the... Who's the main developer... Who's the not Todd Howard, director, lead writer for the Fallout games? I think it's Paula. Basically, this guy is very strict on doing most of Fallout. What was it? Why did I search up Harper's? Oh yeah. Why did Kasem leave Scooby-Doo? Oh yeah, because Burger King.
I'm Casey Kasem.
He became a devout vegan. That's what I was remembering. Because he stopped being Scooby-Doo in like the mid 90s because they wanted to do...
Well, Frank Weller was Scooby-Doo's voice actor. Frank Welker, my bad.
It was Shaggy. Let me keep remembering. Shaggy, and all of a sudden he was like, "No, I'm a devout vegan. I don't want to be in a Burger King ad. That's stupid. I don't want to be in a fucking Burger King ad." Until 2002. Why did I search up? Because the Harper's because America is not as academically freedom as like other countries. Bah.
Not as academically freedom.
Not as academically freedom compared to other countries.
That is word.
That's word. And somebody brought him the Harper's letter, which was a 2022 Supreme Court hearing about the problems with it that arise from the Clinton and Bush administration. The Trojan horse of let's bring freedom by making people weaker, less free. Mm. Right.
We did it, Patrick. We saved the American education system.
We made people stupid.
I mean, that was going to happen anyways with our American media.
Mm-hmm.